Hey guys, Calvin here. I just want to do a quick weekly update of some of the indexes and some of the leading stocks. Okay, let's start with the S&P 500, the SPY. The pattern looks slightly bearish, and we actually closed back inside these bars. Notice how we did not close above this breakdown candle, which is quite a little bit bearish here because you'd like to see a close above here. So this kind of breakout kind of failed because we never made a close above this high. So this inside bar pattern is actually still valid. So if this actually played out as a ABC correction, we might be headed towards the 50-day moving average. So in that case, if you're on a swing basis and you're selling put spreads, I will be looking to sell below this 140 level because there's a wall of support here. This is consolidation here for several days, so that looks good to go. We still have an uptrend here, so nothing really wrong with these charts yet. Okay, let's go to the triple Qs. Apple was pretty weak the last few days. As you recall in my probably my other videos, let me pull up Apple right now. I called the low off that doji candle, and I said it would get a 2 to 3 day bounce based on a time count, and that's exactly what happened. It went right into my 328 retrace, and we're pulling back. But this is still should be support because we confirmed with a close above the doji. I don't know how long it will hold. It's probably best maybe take it as a day trade. I wouldn't swing it because you probably don't want to take second hit of this low. Plus, we're closing below the 50-day moving average now, and based off the moving averages, the uptrend is slightly getting weaker, but nothing too damaging yet. If, like I said before, if this is a head and shoulder pattern, which is somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern on the hour chart, if you can see it more clearly here, the target is much lower in the 620 area. See, we have the left shoulder head and bit of a choppy right shoulder. You like to see more spacing on the right shoulder here. I like to see it form more. But we'll see how that plays out. Either way, if this is another ABC correction, we are headed more towards to these levels here. So, but I suspect this will be support because if you look on a daily chart, this is where it broke out last time. So, a lot of traders are going to be looking to buy this, but I wouldn't trust it too long because you never know on Apple. Let's see, this is the breakout area right here. A lot of the traders are looking at the 644. But I'm looking more over here because we also have multiple factors. We have a gap fill and a gap window this area here. So that's where I drew my red lines. Those are my major areas because we also have a gap fill, a gap window, and a gap fill here. So I like to line up everything as much as I can to make the supports much stronger. So that's for Apple chart right now. Like I said, we have to wait and see what it does here. So if we do hit this area, this is my next target around the 640-ish area. I know a lot of traders are looking at 645, but if we hit in this zone over here, I'm going to be selling put spreads below this area here. So maybe 600, anything below 600 I think will be safe for the week on Apple selling put spreads. And that's all I do here. So nowadays I don't really day trade as much. My entries are based off day trades, but I don't really swing trade. My trades are based off the daily chart, weekly chart, and intraday timing for put spreads. So I'm an option seller these days. Let's go back to the Qs. Let's punch it up. And pretty much the weakness you see is based off Apple. And once again, we have maybe another zigzag ABC pattern, three-wave pattern, which would take us to this consolidation here. That's the target. So that's what it's looking like here. And that's not a bearish engulfing candle because this candle is kind of small. But we do have a time count and a bearish flag type pattern. So, but we still have an uptrend too. So we somewhat have mixed signals here. And if we do break the 50-day moving average, which will be rising by the time it comes up here, but if we do break it and this neckline, it could trigger a head and shoulder pattern. So that's just one thing to look out for on the Qs. Okay, what else? Let's look at the IWM. Oh, let's look at the intraday chart on the Qs and see what it did here. Just really quick. I don't really do intradays for the videos, but let's just see if there's anything. You can make a case that we could have broke out here and a failed move becomes a fast move. Now we might be heading towards these lows. So we have to just wait and see. Let's go to the hour chart, see if there's any support here. Let's see. Moving averages look okay on the hour chart. We still have an uptrend on the hour chart. So I like to look at multiple time frames, guys. See, we're still above all these moving averages. Are still rising. These moving. Where's the 200 at? The 200 is right here. So okay, that's not too great, not too bad. Just have to wait and see. I wouldn't be a buyer here, obviously. We'll just have to wait and see what happens on Monday. Okay, let's look at the IYM and see what's going on here. I like to use the IYM as an early indicator because it's the small businesses, and that's where the risky money goes into. Okay, look, now if you see this is a break, once again, it's kind of the same thing on the IYM. We have a breakout, and well, if we draw the pattern, it wasn't really a failure. It did kind of hit target. If we kind of just measure the breakout, we do kind of almost hit target here, and we came into this pivot, nearly hit this pivot. But we came back in, and now we're back into this range. Maybe we'll trade back into this range. So we're going to have to see what happens here. But usually when you fail to break out, that's pretty bearish, and a lot of people want out because it's a failed move, and it's usually a fast move. So we're trading in this tight range here. Probably we'll trade back in here. We'll see what happens. Let's see what's going on in the daily chart here. Same patterns on the index, guys. So you got to become aware because this is a bearish pattern here. This is a bearish pattern, and as you see, the IYM failed to get even close above these highs and close above. So this pattern is still intact, and if we draw the measurement from this pattern, I think it'll take us right around. Yeah, we'll take on an ABC zigzag pattern, 1, 2, 3. Three-wave pattern, it'll take us to the 50-day moving average. So I think based on all these indexes, I think the 50-day moving average is inevitable. And if it hits that, I wouldn't be a buyer there. I'm going to be selling puts below the 200 and below 80. Is going to be a wall of support just based off the even number and the 200 moving average. And we still have an uptrend here, but you got to be careful, guys. This is a bearish pattern, so we just have to see if it plays out. If it plays out, hits target right around 82. I will be looking to sell puts below $80. So that's my game plan so far. Let's look at the XLF really quick. The financials I like to use as a leading barometer of this market, and as long as there's strength in the financials, I believe in the rally. But right now, the financials are making the same type-ish pattern here, and we failed to take out make a new high. So this could be a lower high. So we have to watch and see if we start trading below this trend line. That's just going to indicate a downtrend. So we have to wait and see. Everything looks like it wants to hit the 50-day moving average, and that's when I will start to look for entries for my spreads. And this is also 382 retrace. See, many times these targets line up with perfect fib retraces. So, and it's taken from the what low is this? From the June 5th low. So we just have to wait and see what happens, guys. It's a great trading week for me. I'm up nearly 50%. Just for my option strategy. So it's been a good year so far. Only about 3 months, a little bit less than 3 months to go, and let's just see how the rest of the year plays out, guys. Okay, good talking to you. I will check you guys in the next video. Peace out.